I'm staring at my burger. See, if I look over across the table in this crowded diner at my confidant, I'm going to start crying. Kai used to work for me at Disney. I was his mentor, but today I really need Kai's help. Okay, here goes. Kai, my career is over. He doesn't say anything, so I steal a peek. He's stifling a laugh. Kai, what the? Larry, I thought you were going to die. I thought you were going to tell me you're dying. Now he's got me laughing with him. Yes, I am dying in an industry that's obsessed with the latest flavor of the month. Kai knows that I used to be flavor of the month, that I've created with the Muppets and Pink Panther and Aerosmith, television, computer games, internet, music. These ideas dredged from some murky pool and shaped into something real. Creativity isn't just what I do, it is who I am. And if I don't create, Kai, I'm good as dead. Kai, I'm a fraud. I'm not a real creator. Pure creators are wild. They're explosive, rebellious, no rules, no structure. That's not me. Look at me. I like structure. What I really love is making great projects with great people. Kai, I'm a maker. I'm more maker than the idea guy. Here's what I wish I'd known then. For too long, I believed the wrong story about what it means to be wildly creative. I pictured somebody who's irrepressibly wild, uncontrollable. Now that sounds electric, but it's not sustainable without structure, without tameness. That kind of wild sparks chaos and then burns people like me out. So here's what I invite you to take home today. In order to be wildly creative, we must be both wild and tame. Okay, back to my burger. So Kai listens. He doesn't judge me. This is the quality of a good mentor. He just says, Larry, you should read a book. Not exactly comforting, but he is specific. Now discover your strengths. And Larry, take the Strengths Finder tests. Okay, I take Kai's advice. I take the test alone, staring at the screen. The results come back. That's me. This is me. This is validation. Is this an epiphany? I feel butterflies in my gut. As a creative professional, I've come to trust these butterflies. This is the butterfly effect. My top strength, ideate. This is the idea guy, nice. Then all the rest of my strengths are about the maker in me, the producer who delivers through the chaos, who guides the king, the team. I'm not a pure idea guy. I'm both maker and idea guy. Wow. The impurity that I thought disqualified me defines me. I'm not a fraud. I am both creator and maker. Let's go. So 10 weeks later, I moved from Silicon Valley back to my birthplace, Los Angeles. I've always wondered what it would be like to have my career in LA, and now I'm going to find out because I have a project, Animal Wow, a DVD series that teaches kids pet care. Remember DVDs? Yeah, so pre-pandemic. Well, this DVD, it is in the right place at the right time. The timing is great because the pet industry is booming and I'm bankable because I've had hits. So this is my return. I bet on myself. I pour all my savings into a down payment on the house that also serves as Animal Wow's headquarters. And now recruit trusted collaborators. Recruit the money who become my partners. And now we create a show. We make something we love. And we win awards, endorsements, media attention, national distribution. This feels like a hit. It smells like flavor of the month. What would you do next? Me? I take out a second mortgage on my house because sales are going to skyrocket. Oh no. Animal Wow never turns a profit. I nearly lose my house. I lose myself. When you're staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m., you don't need motivation. You need a system, and I don't have one. So my world gets small, boxed up in shame. Failure. I am a fraud. The guy who thinks he knows so much about creativity doesn't. I spiral, blame myself, blame the system. Nothing helps. Organizations feel that stress. It's like a tug of war. But instead of reconciling, many organizations pick sides. Blame the rebel. No, blame the organization. No. Rule-breaking creatives over there, rule-following operators over there. Who's right? The real question is your organization a place where people can declare, I got a wild idea, and feel safe? Because wild ideas, they need protection, structure, so that you can experiment, get feedback, learn. And this structure generates confidence, so that now in this confidence, you can invite the wild idea. Innovation doesn't survive long on dominance, but it thrives on collaboration. To innovate, to create, and sustain it, we must be wild, dares, tame, delivers. We must be wild and tame at the same time. This is a paradox. Yes, it is the greatness paradox. Not dominance, but partnership. Not chaos, but choreography, where imagination is protected by structure long enough to take root and grow. Now, there is an entity that is both wild and tame, and you know it well: the dog. To innovate, to be wild, to sustain, to be tame, at the same time, embrace two canines. Wait, what? The domesticated dog who plays by the rules. Good. And the wild wolf who makes her own rules. The wild wolf, she dares. She's coming down right now. She dreams. It's okay to pet her. Sparks ideas. The dog delivers with consistency, structure, tameness, skill, fundamentals, where practice makes permanent. How important is to be wildly creative? The World Economic Forum's latest report on the future of jobs lists innovation and creative thinking as among the top skills now needed throughout the next decade. This means that creativity is not luxury, it's leverage. Folks, we are in the creative era. AI can do in seconds what used to take us days. We've got to think differently, work differently, disrupt, but do not outsource your imagination or your identity, especially to machines. This is the moment when we must bring up, cultivate human depth, and grow our human potential. There's a misunderstanding about creativity in teams, and it mirrors a myth. Perhaps you've heard of the alpha dog, the alpha wolf, dominant, aggressive, pack boss. Well, that myth goes back to a 1947 study about wolves in the zoo. Stressed, depressed, caged wolves. In the wild, wolves behave much differently. They collaborate, they solve problems together, they share the rewards. Now, this isn't just about canines or creativity, it's about how we're trained to think, either or, wild or tame, tradition or innovation. And this is a distraction that blinds us from standing in the greatness paradox. And it's in this paradox, it is not a distraction to be ignored. It is a structure to build. And in this structure, this is the place where we can grow wildly. 5 years after Animal Wow collapses, I get another wildly creative project with dogs. My first book. This is a dog training book with the president's dog trainer, President Obama's dog trainer. And our book wins awards, endorsements, media attention, and sales. Not again. Oh, no. I give up. No, Larry. Keep on. Even if you can't make money with dogs, you love this work. It is in you. Yeah, maybe I'll do it as a side gig. I'll volunteer with shelter dogs, homeless dogs. I walk them, I train them, and because of who I am, I start making videos with these shelter dogs. And because I need a creative outlet, these videos they become art. We have reps on set from American Humane, the No Animals Were Harmed people. So I start posting these videos on my new Facebook page, Positively Woof. And about 6 months in, the page blows up, grows to nearly 2 million fans, 100 million video views. We're training shelter dogs like movie dogs. 70 dogs get adopted. And now my dog training book, 6 years after it was first published, now becomes a hit. My publisher's thrilled. They give me a call. Would I like to author a book on dog tricks? Yes, this is my ideal project. So here's the book I want to own. It is different from all the other dog tricks books. Our book will have trick training programs at all levels, including a movie dog training program. Green light. Our book wins awards, endorsements, media attention, and sales. Yes, it is now the top-selling dog tricks book on Amazon, flavor of the year. It has been 20 years since I was staring at that burger thinking my career was over. Turns out I wasn't dying. I was just shedding all over the furniture. When I stopped making the work all about my career and started making it about my truth. In my case, rescuing dogs. That's when the work came alive, and so did I. Now, inside your odyssey, a deeper truth awaits. It may not be about dogs, but it will teach you how to belong to your pack, how to belong to yourself, how to serve, maybe to lead. So bring together your wild with your tame in your greatness paradox, because here is where you will find magic, your magic. This is where your fundamentals meet your unique freak. This is where 1 + 1 = 11. I've seen it work. I continue to volunteer now as a board member of an organization, Canine Youth Alliance. Our motto is kids helping dogs, helping kids. These are after-school programs at Boys and Girls Clubs of America. In just 3 weeks, the kids learn to train shelter dogs. The dogs get adopted, and the kids get confidence, skills, life lessons. This is wild and tame literally coming together. Now, in your greatness paradox, you might be tempted to pick sides when there's the opportunity to grow common ground, because it's in this ground that your connection takes root. And it's also where tension lives. Let's face it, every meaningful part of life holds tension, whether it's creativity, love, leadership, community. Now, this tension is not a problem to be pushed away. It is, again, a structure to build. The world needs people who will stand in this tension without retreating to one side or another. This is the greatness paradox writ large. And creativity is the ideal arena to practice holding this tension, to practice holding wild and tame together long enough to take root and grow. So dare to plant your idea. Dare to tend to someone else's. Where is wild asking to be heard? And where does it need to be braced so that it can take root? In the creative era, the human advantage is not speed. The human advantage is our ability to stand in this greatness paradox, to stand with wild and tame together, to stand with this tension, to stand with integrity, to stand with hope. Machines can generate content, they can move fast, but they cannot reconcile the greatness paradox. This is human. Strong roots do not limit the sky, they make growth possible. When you stand in your fundamentals and with these strong roots grow, you grow with purpose, wildly. Thank you.